Hello, Gemini. Elsie here to do a reading for you. We are talking about your reset, Gemini. That's what we've been talking about for all of the signs. This is your reset reading. So we're talking about all of the planetary movements that have been happening. They have all been causing a reset. Saturn, Neptune, and Aries, right? Conjunction at 0 degree, that's a reset. We ended up having an eclipse and a new moon in Aquarius. That's a reset. And then we moved from, got out of the skin that we were in the year of the snake, and then we got into the year of the fire horse. Reset. It's time for us to get out the gate, right? So that's what we're talking about this time around. We're talking about your reset and what that might look like for you, Gemini. And while I'm doing that, I am also going to tell you at the end of this reading about the new sale that I have on for private readings. And I'm also going to tell you, about, I'm just going to go grab that one. I think I should. I'm also going to tell you about extended readings. All right, let's find out what's going on for you. Please remember, this is a general reading, and it's not just for Gemini Sun. It's for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter signs. So if I read about another energy, it might be because someone else is watching as well that is not a Gemini Sun. Let's find out what else is going on for Gemini. We'll do these oracles first, and then we will get to the tarot. We've got the Fox. Bottom of the deck, this is future energy for me. It says shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. I feel like you're going to have to make some sort of a shrewd decision here. It says here you need to defend yourself. So it might be some sort of business decision or decision about business, or maybe about where you work, or maybe if you're changing jobs. It feels like it needs to be in shrewdness and resourcefulness. So something that's going to work out for you, but shrewdness means you don't tell everybody, right? It's shrewd, it's quiet. You make that decision and then go with that decision. We've got the Dark Man. It says dealing or relationship with a man with dark complexion or dark hair. So there could be somebody who is a masculine or a masculine leaning energy that is showing up here. It says pleasure with a close friend. This person could be the close friend. And then we have the Cup. It says you should accept valid criticism. Interesting. Okay. So I feel like there is somebody here. This Dark Man might be somebody who is a friend that might be showing up that might give you a little bit of criticism that you're not ready to hear. It could be about being shrewd in business. We'll talk about that. Tell me about Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Gemmies. What else do we need to know about Gemini, please? We've got the Fool. Okay, so this is somebody who I feel is showing up in your life. This is a person who's going to be a breath of fresh air. Feels like they give you the feeling of excitement, exhilarating. It's a new chapter in your life, and this person shows up at a time in your life when you are ready to take on the world or take on some sort of new path here. We do have the Six of Pentacles. So I'm going to say that this close-up dog here, it says pleasure with a close friend. It feels like somebody might be calling you. Somebody could be calling you and asking you to go out, wants to see you, give you reciprocal energy. It does feel like this is someone that you know. To me, Pentacles are always 3D, so it's someone that you've already met. This isn't anybody new, although with the Fool next door, it could be a new person. But I feel like if this person is it says pleasure with a close friend, it's unlikely that this person is brand new. It could be a brand new person you've already met that you feel like you're close to. Somebody here wants to give you what you've been giving them, some practical, reciprocal energy. Maybe ask you out to dinner, maybe ask you out to meet them out somewhere or over to their home. We've got the Cup. It says you should accept valid criticism. What's this? We've got, the Hermit energy. This person is saying, look, Gemini, get out of the house. I know you want to stay there, but get out of the house. It feels like somebody here is, I don't know, Gemini. I feel like you're a person, honestly, I've never met a Gemini who wasn't quite spiritual. And I feel like this Hermit energy tells me you could have a Virgo placement. You don't have to, though. But I want to say that this person, it might come off as criticism. I don't necessarily know that they're criticizing you, but I think it's something that you might need to hear. It feels like it hits you like criticism because Virgo is very sensitive that way. Virgo is always giving and always taking care of others, and they're very hard on themselves, right? They're always judging themselves. No one could judge a Virgo harder than they can judge themselves. And so I feel like you're already judging yourself in a certain situation. When someone gives you some sort of valid criticism, it might hit you in a type of way that makes you feel bad about yourself, only because it feels like it's you're hyper fixated on whatever it is that they said. And the thing is that when you're a Gemini, you're on it, right? Like, you are somebody who's usually quite aware. Not everybody is, not every Gemini is, but I feel like I'm talking to somebody who is. I feel like you're quite aware of self. And when somebody brings something up as a valid criticism, I think that you're really hard on yourself. I'm going to say that you, maybe you hermit after that. Tell me more. We've got the 9 of Cups. We've got the 9 of Swords. And we've got the Page of Cups. Oh, interesting. You know what? I feel like the reason it hits you so hard is this could be somebody, this dark man energy here could be somebody that you feel very connected to. The Page of Cups is here. It could be someone that you have feelings for. It does feel like here with the 9s, I'm going to say because the 9s are both connected to the 6, it feels like you are, I don't know, it feels like you're like, oh, do I really want to do this to myself? Do I really want to get close to another person just to get hurt again? Like, it feels like the worry of, I'm sovereign in my 9 of Cups energy. Do I really want to let anybody else in? I'm okay by myself. When I get into these friendships, relationships, back and forth with people who are close friends, it just never seems to work out for me. Maybe you feel like you always get hurt. I'm going to say that I feel like you're ready, if this is not romantic for you, and for some of you it is because the Page of Cups is here with the dark man, it feels like this might be a friend that you have romantic feelings for some of you, and that might be what the worry is. That might be the thing that sends you into a spiral of being by yourself, that you just don't want to be hurt again. It feels like here, though, that somebody here is communicating with you. If this is romantic for you, we'll just get that out of the way. If this is romantic for you, it feels like this person is connecting with you for the purpose of maybe taking you out, giving you good news, flirting with you a little bit, being very sweet. I feel like their purpose is having a new beginning with you, or opening a new chapter to see where this goes. You know, the Page of Cups isn't like big displays of love, but this is, where does this go? I do have feelings that I want to, I'm curious about, right? I want to explore those feelings. So I think that's why this friend, for some of you, if this is romantic, might be asking you out. Now, if this is a platonic friend for you, or this is just an association of someone that you know, I feel like somebody might bring you some sort of idea, exhilarating idea, or a practical idea. Come out with me. I want to talk to you about something. Like, it feels like somebody is... who is a close friend. I think you enjoy their company. They make you very happy when you're in their company. But I feel like somebody is keeping something under the surface. They want to talk to you about something. It feels like they have a big idea or a bright idea, something with the Fool, exhilarating, fun. Let's take a leap. And yeah, we'll start there. Let's talk about the Fool and see what that is. Tell me about Gemini. What is the Fool energy about? We've got the 9 of Wands. We've got the 2 of Cups. We've got the 7 of Cups. Okay, somebody here is unsure about how they feel about another, is what it feels like here. It feels like with the 7 of Cups, it almost feels like falling in love with potential, or there is some fantasy energy or illusionary energy about the 2 of Cups. So I don't know if it's on the side of the dark man. You could be the dark man, right? Watching this. I don't know if it's on the side of the dark man or on your side, depending on who you are, but it feels like with the 9 of Wands here, that somebody can no longer hold back. I'm going to say that they're getting exhausted with the holding back, wanting to deepen a bond with you emotionally. It's an emotional bond. So I feel like somebody's opening a door and saying, come on in, let's get to know each other a little better. It could be with the purpose of wanting to get to know you for the purpose of deepening an emotional bond that is romantic. It could be platonic. It could be just friendship, right? Because it does say pleasure with a close friend. Now, regardless of whether it's romantic or platonic, it feels like you are going to get good reciprocal energy from this person. This feels like, I want to say that this feels like somebody that has hurt you with their words before. I want to say this Ten of Swords tells me they've hurt you with their words before, and maybe they really didn't know it. You may have kept it under the surface. Maybe you didn't say anything. Maybe you just kept it at a practical friendship level. But I'm talking about someone now who is not in a romantic situation. If this is a platonic friend, I feel like this person has hurt you with their words before, but I don't think you said anything because you didn't want to hurt them back. So the Judgment card is here. I feel like this is a situation that's coming back for you. It feels like this person, maybe you had distance with them, didn't talk with them for a while, and because of the Hermit energy, but it does feel like with the Judgment card that this is coming back round again. So you knew that eventually they'd be calling you again. Eventually they're going to want to get together and have another coffee or dinner or whatever it is. And I feel like it hurt you emotionally, like deeply emotionally, but you didn't say anything to them. So I think that you're kind of worried that this person is going to bring up that topic again or try and hurt you with their words again. And I don't know if they're hurting you intentionally, but the Ten of Swords is here. I'm just saying, some people are like that, right? They got to make others feel worse about themselves in order to make themselves feel better. It could be one of those situations. But I feel like you're so hard on yourself that you're like, I don't know if I even have the energy or the time or the effort to put into this. I don't really know if I want to sit here and listen to someone judge my life. Maybe I just want to stay home, right? It says here, you should accept valid criticism. Look, you don't have to do anything. Tarot doesn't force you into a damn thing. You get to make your own decisions. And so the Hermit energy tells me that this is coming at you. How you handle it is up to you. We've got the Ten of Wands. And so I think that if we are talking about a friendship, that this is somebody that you know that likes you to go out with them, but I don't think they treat you right, Jenny. I'm just going to say, I don't think they treat you right. I think they say things that are like, can be taken in a, what do they call that? A double entendre. Like it can be taken in two ways. And when you think badly about what they said, they're like, well, that's not what I meant. Then they can, you know what I mean? They say things that are ambiguous. And then they want you to draw your own conclusion, hoping that it hurts you. But if it does, then they can say, oh, I didn't mean it that way. You're just being too sensitive, right? It feels like that. I think that if you're going to meet this person, now this person could be a friend, they could be a member of the family, they could be someone you dated before. I don't know who they are, but it feels like they could be a Virgo, possibly a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn maybe. This is somebody who I feel is showing up in a positive energy to maybe buy you a coffee, bring you a gift. Like maybe it's a late gift. Maybe it's I don't know. It feels like this could be a gift, or maybe they want to buy you dinner or buy you coffee. But I feel like you need to approach it in this way. If you are going to approach this person, maybe they're a person that you really want to keep in your life, but you want to keep distance with them because they keep saying things that hurt you, even though they don't know that they are, or maybe they do. I'm just saying. But this 8 of Cups tells me stay detached. The thing is that I feel like you do want to connect because the Hermit is very deep. I think you want to connect on a spiritual level, but I don't think you really trust this person because the Ten of Swords is with the Judgment card. And I think this has happened before and you haven't said anything about it. So I feel like if you are going to do this with this person, that you better stay in a detached energy and just go for the Pentacles, the practicality of it, have dinner, talk about things, don't get too deep. It does feel like here that it's almost like this is going to help you decide whether you want to ever see them again or have anything to do with them again after this. That's what it feels like here. Let's talk about this Nine of Swords. What is your worry, friend? Because I feel like this person shows up out of nowhere. If I'm talking about romantic, this person shows up out of nowhere and says, hey, it's been forever. I'd really like to take you out. What do you say? Look, I'm just saying, we're in the retrograde shadow. And the Mercury is going in retrograde in Pisces, right? So that means emotional things. So this could be retrograde energy. Somebody could be coming back. If they are, I feel like that's the reset. I feel like the reset is you get to now make your decision from a place of detachment rather than a place of my heart is in it. It feels like this person does come in sweet and kind. So what's your worry? Let's talk about the Nine of Swords. What's your worry? We've got the Ace of Wands in the reverse. We've got the 8 of Pentacles. Oh, the plans are not complete. Yeah, the Six of Swords is here. So look, I feel like the Ace of Wands being here is like, if this is a romantic thing, you're not ready for it. I don't think that you're ready to carry on with anyone. You might already be in a relationship. You're not ready to carry on with anyone in a relationship. And even if you're single, I don't know that you are ready to carry on with anyone in a relationship, because the Ace of Wands is in the reverse. So I'm going to say that this might be platonic for somebody here, because it is up against the Nine of Swords and the Page of Cups. Now, the worry could be this person, I wonder if they're asking me out because they're still connected to me, or they're attracted to me, or they want me to come out because they're going to try and ask me out on a date. Maybe that's the worry. But we do have the Eight of Pentacles here, and it feels unfinished. Feels like something is unfinished. Like, I'm just saying, this is the Eight of Pentacles. If I didn't have my thumb over the eight, you wouldn't know, because what do you see? You see Five Pentacles from a distance, but then we see that there's also plans for three more. So I feel like there's been disconnect, or we've not talked to each other, or, there's been lack of connection in the 3D with this person. This person, I think, is trying to rebuild something by planning the Three Pentacles, because there's Two Pentacles here, right? We have to look at the symbolism. We've got Three Pentacles here that maybe in the past we did try and build a friendship or something that didn't work out. So it feels like somebody here might be inviting you out, or calling you, contacting you, wanting to talk to you, because they're wondering, should I move on for sure forever from this? Or is this somebody that I am still attracted to? Either way, if this is the person who is a close friend, I feel like this person hurts you with their words. I'm just saying. It does feel like that. Tell me about this Page of Cups. This is like, I feel like you're just going to get a call out of nowhere. You're not going to expect it. I feel like it makes you happy. It's connected to the Nine of Cups. This is somebody that you're happy to hear from, but you're not expecting them to ask you out. Yeah, I think they're trying to pursue you. I'm just going to say. So if you don't want them to pursue you, you might just want to stop it there. Somebody here, it feels like with the Knight of Wands, wants to pursue you. It feels like they want to pursue you for old time's sake. It feels like Six of Cups is here. They want to pursue you for old time's sake. They're checking in on you to see if you are connected to anybody, attached to anybody. Maybe you were unsure about them the last time you talked to them, and they want to know if you're still unsure about them. This person, I feel, is trying to make a decision about where their next Page of Cups lies. Where am I going to start my next relationship? So I feel like if this is the person who keeps hurting your feelings here, you got to go in healed, friend, and you got to go in detached and not allowing anything they say to weigh on you. Because I feel like the last connection you had with this person, whatever it was, you went out with them, you went out with friends, I feel like this says something that really hurt you. And I feel like that's why you went into hermit energy, and it's still weighing on you. Look, the thing is that you're the Knight of Swords. And I feel like if they do it again, if they say something that hurts you again, I think you just say it. 6 and 4 swords, that's 10. I'm out. I'm not going to do this with you again. Look, we're going to go into the extended. If you'd like to come into the extended, we will go there and I will explain the rest of this. I'm going to put down 3 cards here. We're going to talk about that. The 3 cards might be what the outcome is. It could be what your advice is going forward on the situation. If you want to come to the extended, please look at the top of the comments. There's one pinned comment. Click on read more, and when you do, you will get the link to the membership area, which is where I put all of these extendeds. If you're interested in that, I also do readings just for the membership area. If you're interested in a private read, there is a new sale on. I do have a sale on the pre-records, which I don't usually have. I usually put one of those sales on every few months, and so now's that time. From February 20th to March the 4th, you will get 10% off anything that I offer in a pre-recorded reading, and you need to take the code that is in the pinned comment with you over to Hypsee. Please click on the link for Hypsee and you will find my pricing and all of that stuff there. If you are interested in a face-to-face reading with me, or you are interested in talking to me over the phone, a live reading, you can do that. Please check my schedule at Hypsee and you'll see when I'm going to be online. If you pre-book, you will get between 5 and 75% off your reading. All right, so we've got the 5 of Wands here. I think that you are going through this this energy of I'm not really sure. It feels like an inner battle here. What are we going to talk about in the extended? Some sort of breakthrough. But the 6 of Wands and the 7 of Swords. This is the energy of, why am I going into this dinner? Why am I meeting this person? Why do they want to all of a sudden give me attention after concealing themselves from me? I feel like this is a breakthrough here for you, and we will talk about that in the extended. I said you were the Knight of Swords. I feel like you're just going to blurt something out, friend. We'll talk about that in the extended if you want to be in the extended. Come on in. That's where we'll be next. And I'm going to go, but I'll be back because I'm always back, Jimmies. You know that I am. Can't stay away from you. I'm out. Bye-bye.